Okay, so let's talk about transitions. There are two main kinds of transitions now in ProPresenter 7. You've got what used to be the standard transitions, which is still your standard transitions, and then you've got your fancy transitions. So these ones are designed in different ways to give you different effects to do a transition. So as you can see, if you hold your mouse over them, you can actually activate the transition. This one is just a reveal. You've got color burns, color pushes. So all these kind of things will give you a very artistic transition. Now in a normal servers, we wouldn't be using those. I think like I mentioned earlier on in the course, I'm not really sure where I would use them, but there's potentially a few of these that could come in handy in a random presentation somewhere that you need to do something. Maybe you want to do something more creative on a transition for a photo slideshow. This is where you could do something really cool. So that would be handy for that. Aside from that, these probably wouldn't be very helpful for a song or anything like that in a service, but they're there, and you can probably have a bit of fun with playing around with those. Now, your other transitions, which is what you need to be aware of more so, is all down here. Now, as you can see down here, we have the same little advanced transition, so we can do that here. Just got to click off that. So it's the same as what we just went through, but here you've also got your other transition. We've got dissolve and cut. So for songs, we'd want cut. For scriptures, we'd want cut. For presentation layers, which might be pictures, it might be other bits and pieces, you probably want to dissolve on those. So if you hit cut, it's just going to be a straight cut. That means it goes from one to the next without any delay or fade or transition. It is just a straight swap from one image to the next, or whatever you're swapping between. It might be one text to the next text. The next one is dissolve. You click on that, and this is where it brings up our timing for dissolve. So I probably want to sit somewhere around 1 second. It's usually a nice happy point. Sometimes you want it smaller, sometimes you want a little bit more, and that's okay. And then you've got down here, if you notice in our media bin, we've got the same thing. So even though these are both transitions, this one's will affect your show window, and this one down here will affect your media bin. So if you are clicking stuff straight out of your media bin, you can change the transition. Like I mentioned before, I'd advise you don't do this. You load them into your playlist, you run them properly as part of your show file. But if you need to, you can change your transitions in here. And that's another form of doing that.